What's up, everybody? This is Nacho with Love for the Streets. Welcome to the first episode, one of the baddest builds out there. You guys saw it. We posted a little preview of it. We're out here with Wide Body King, aka Topo, aka TS Designs, in the city of Paramount. Follow us as we show you a little bit about what he's doing with this build. It's a Cadillac, so it's a 4-door. He's turning it into a 2-door. The man is known for doing that. He's already done convertibles. He's done other 2-door conversions. So it's a big body Fleetwood, turning it into a 2-door. Most of the work is done. So we're gonna catch up with him, see where he's at, and we're gonna follow through. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you guys follow Wide Body King too. If you guys want some of the work that he does, I'll show you guys a little bit about what he does, and I hope you guys like it. Peace. There's another one of his toys right here. You guys seen it? All right, Topo, say what's up to everybody on YouTube.
What's happening, man? Right here at TS Designs.
All right, what are we working on right here?
We're working on a 2-door Fleetwood Brougham. We're turning it to a 2-door. That's what we're doing.
All right. All right, Topo. So, can we? Is it safe to say that you're back in the game? You're building these again, or is this?
You know what? I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna do a few more, and I think that's where I'm gonna go ahead and stop. I said I was gonna stop a while ago, but I've had this one, and you know I got to do this one. I got to finish this one and see what comes after this, but I'll do a few more.
Do you hold a special place in your heart for these cars?
Nah, you know what? I've built so many cars right now that to me it's just a job. Yeah, I like doing what I do, but it's just a job, you know? Yeah. It's just a job.
Because for people that know, you know, they've been following your career, and like me, myself, personally, I can sit here and say that that's like, you know, I hate to say that that's what you're known for. Of course, that's not all you do. You're a man, you're a jack of all trades, right? But this is like what stands out to a lot of us. Like, obviously Cadillac didn't do this. So here comes, you know, Topo to save the day. And he gave us something to admire, something to look up to. And, you know, for everybody that came after you that did it, like, you know, both me and you know that it's always the first one that stands out, you know?
Well, you know one thing about this whole thing, building these cars, I did this for 2 reasons. One, it was in my mind. I said, you know what? I like the big bodies, but at the time, people started lowriding 4-doors because the 2-door stopped. The 85 Fleetwood Brougham was the last 2-door they made. They continued with the big body as a 4-door, so let's do something different. I did it for that reason, and another reason was that pushed me harder was when I said I was gonna do it and I drew it out, people doubted me. People said, yeah, well, that's gonna be bad. And they walk away, he ain't gonna do that, he ain't gonna do that. So that's what pushed me to do these, you know? And I did what I visioned, what I think Cadillac would have done. Some people do them different, and like when I hear somebody say, hey, Topo, look at the way he did his, he didn't do his right. I say, no. Who's to say I did it right? I did what I visioned. They did what they visioned. But as far as to say somebody did it right,
yeah,
you know, hey, who did it right?
It's creating something that was never even done to begin with. So
yeah,
you know.
So that's the thing. You know, I never downplay another man's work. I'm happy that people like what I did. There was There was another guy that did one from Utah, and he's real cool people, you know. Me and him will go on lay low. I know if you guys are older, you guys remember lay low. Me and Spank, we used to go at it because he came out with one, a convertible, and around the time I came out with mine, and me and him we used to bash on each other, but you know, we're friends. So anyways, it didn't mean nothing, but it was just for jokes. But you know, he said he came out first, or he started it first, but I always say, you know, the one that's actually there for people to see is the one that came out first. Not the one who cut it first, but the one, anybody could say they cut it, you know? Yeah. And even when I used to have it at shows, I had one guy come up, he came up to me and said, oh, you know, I thought about this a long time ago. I go, yeah, there's a difference between a thought and the car being here in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You don't get recognized for a thought. So, yeah, that's what made me do them, you know, a two-door Cadillac, you know, and then the exposure it got, the first one I did, and you know what people liked on it.
You would say that if we were in the time, because I know when what was it, 2000s?
Yeah, 2000.
All right, so in that time, sorry to cut you off, but in that time, like what we call now in the age of social media, you would have broke the internet, like the low riding internet.
Yeah.
Because we were like, what the f-? Like we couldn't even imagine, because it's like this. Like for me, I've been a fan of low riding since I was at birth, dog. So for me to see something like that, like I love people that think outside the box, and you're one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like this, like it couldn't have came from the other person. Like it had to be done by Topo, just because of what you like. Just even the thought of it, like you say, you know, like. But you actually, I mean, damn, just by the looks of it, like I like the fact that now I'm here to document it, and people are here to see it on social media, because what you did then, we didn't have now. You know, we didn't have somewhere to, hey, let's follow up, let's see what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like everything. I do what I vision, and like for example, this window right here, it's from an 85 Fleetwood Brougham. The measurements, I measured the difference from a 85 two-door and an 85 four-door. So I did the differences right there. So the differences I did on that, I did here. So meaning like, a lot of people don't know that a four-door car and a two-door car, they're the same length. You get an Impala, 64 Impala, it's the same length as a two-door. It's just proportion different. So I seen the difference on the proportions on an 85 Fleetwood Brougham two-door versus a four-door, and that's where I got my measurements to do what I did. Now, like on this car right here, the window looks small right now with what I'm doing, but once I have the actual chrome on it going around here, the vinyl top, the chrome around here, the little light right here, you know, the little opera light and the little script, it, you know, even on 85, it looks small because it's a big roof, but once you put it all together, it looks more factory, more proportioned, you know?
Right.
But yeah, you know, that's what I did, you know. When I got out, I did federal time and I drew it out. I got my drawing right there. I did that in 97 when I drew it. But yeah, like I said, some people doubted me, and I came out the feds. I was broke. I told one of my friends, lend me some money, which, you know, he didn't. And my wife always says, stop, you know, you ask a person once, you ask them twice, why ask them the third time? It's pretty much a no.
Absolutely.
There. So, you know, I was broke. I went and financed one. You know, at the time, you can finance one, you had them at the dealers. So I found my first one, and man, I got busy cutting it up, and you know, before you knew it, man.
Hey, the fucking finance people did not know what you were doing in that garage.
So I cut it up, and you know, the time came quick that the Super Show, I think it was 2000 Super Show, 2001, I forgot which one it was. I took it, and it was a trip because I didn't tell nobody I was making it. So when people were walking by, oh shit, they made these two-door. Nah, I made it a two-door. But it looked so factory, it flipped people's minds, you know?
Yeah.
And to me,
do you know where that car went?
That car is in Japan right now, still driving around after.
So for you guys that are listening, this man is known worldwide, okay? So if your car ends up in Japan, yeah, I mean, it's a one-of-a-kind build, you know what I mean? Would you buy it back if you could?
That's just, I don't know. You know, one thing about it is, people have said, man, if I have one of those, I'd never get rid of it. I guess I said I'll let it go if I had to go let it go because I could build another one. I built one, I could build another one, you know? And, you know, when I do it once, I try to, you know, improvise on the next one, do something different or do something better. So when I did the first two-door, that was when I came out the feds. Now, I'm not a dude that's always going to, you know, do time, but unfortunately, I went to do state time. And when I came out the state, that's when I had that in mind. What am I going to do next? I can't impress people with another two-door.
Yeah.
So I came out the state and I did a convertible version of it. That was called Done Deal. A lot of people think that car was the dude in North Carolina, which the car was mine. I built it for me. I did it all up. And he ended up buying it. But, you know, some people think I built it for him. But no, it was actually my car. I'm not going back to jail to think of what I'm going to do next, you know? Yeah, so,
hey, we hope not.
No.
Do we need to just lock you up in your house, maybe? We can pretend.
Yeah, so I did the convertible, you know, had a working top, everything, got windows put in it and everything, and so went from there. But, you know, my whole thing about building cars, it's always to be different. And, I mean, I kind of look at it like this, which I don't think a person, which I'm not going to talk bad on nobody, but my personal opinion, I don't think a person should have a car more than 6-7 years on the show circuit and think they're still doing it. It's the same car. Let's switch it up, you know? I told Easy, you know, I did the red convertible, and I told him friendly, me and Easy's cool, you know? I said, Easy, that car's been out for about 18, 19 years now, you know? It's time to redo the whole car or flip it, you know what I'm saying? But, that's just me. So, you know, I did my peach Cadillac, 14 batteries, 4 pumps. I think I was like 18 years old when I had that car. And my whole thing is always to be different. When I took that car to that Lowrider show in San Bernardino, Zeus used to throw, you know, straight clowning. I pulled up there a little late. I had the car on the trailer. And the guy says, it's too late to enter that in the show. I said, I'm not entering into the show. I said, I'm hopping this bad boy. What? You're hopping this pretty thing? I said, yeah. You know, my Cadillac was hitting back bumper back then, and, you know, it was the first one to get up that high, but it's like, it looked like a show car. It was a peach color with pearls, so it was different.
Yeah. And so to see it hop?
Yeah. So it, my whole thing was always to be different, you know? So one day I was working on one of these, as a matter of fact, a two-door, and I got mad at something. I don't remember what it is. I kind of do, but I'm not going to say it. But anyways, I said, man, I'm going to go buy me a new car. So I bought me a Dodge Charger. But I didn't want it to be like everybody else's with wheels, this and that. Man, I cut the panels off that thing and I widened it out. And, you know, it just, the whole wide wheel thing came out. It's like I tell people before jumping into that, I didn't invent the wide body, but I pushed it. And to this day, I don't think anybody's done as many as I have. So, you know, I got into that, you know, but I've been doing that for years, but now I'm coming back to, let's do some more Cadillacs, because I know people want to see some more of these out, you know? And
that's right.
The only thing is now, I guess when I tell a person a price, it's not going to be the price it was when we were in the 2000s, because everything went up. You know, absolutely. Back then, a Le Cabriolet, 20 grand for Le Cabriolet. What they want for Le Cabriolet now? They want over 100 grand for one fixed up, you know, so.
Hey, but you're talking about 24 years of experience on this, perfection. That you've perfected this craft along with other things that you've done in 24 years. So you're charging for 24 years of experience plus.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, not only that, I mean, shit. Materials went up like crazy. So, you know, it's like if I charged what I charged back then in 2000 when I first did the first and second one, shit, I'd be coming out of pocket to do it. You know, material, everything's
just expensive. To do it, huh?
Yeah, so that's the whole thing, you know. I mean, to me, people always ask me, hey, what's up with doing another Cadillac? I wouldn't do them for a long time because I was busy with the newer cars, but, you know, I guess I got the itch and shit, and let's do another one. So, but I'll do the hard tops, but the convertible, man, it's a lot of work and just takes up too much time. So would I do another one? Maybe for me down the line, I might do one, you know, but as of right now, it's like the time ain't there.
I'm gonna cross my fingers and hopefully he gets an itch.
Yeah.
Topo,
yeah.
How persistent was the owner to push you to dust off the old thinking cap?
On this one,
Was he persistent, or was it more like, hey,
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. The owner of this car is a good friend of mine, and this was actually Mike Epps' car at first, and then you guys know Jimmy Humilde, this was his, and he gifted this to somebody, and so that somebody's a real good friend of mine, and hey, I wanted to bless him with something different. Let me put my touch into it, and let's make it what people want to see, a two-door. So that's one of the reasons why I got busy on this car.
Are you gonna baptize the car, or is he gonna baptize the car?
No, it's his car, so he's got to do what he's got to do,
I'm just saying, because you have some good cars with good names, that are famous under your belt. So I think we're gonna have to wait to see.
Yeah.
So as of right now, the car is nameless.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So there you have it. As of right now, the car doesn't have a name. I will update you guys if we find a name. The car gets baptized. I already heard a few names getting thrown around, but it should be interesting.
So the roof got moved forward 6 inches.
From here.
This thing was 6 inches back here.
Oh, I see.
So I moved the whole roof 6 inches. I cut a gap out of the here 6 inches. So there was 6 inches in between here. So cut that out, slid the roof forward. And then part of this was part of the back door right here. I welded it up and I got a sheet metal and I did this glass, the glass part, Like I said, some people say this is too small, but once it's all done with the chrome and the little opera light, the scripture and everything,
You're not even gonna notice that part.
You're not even gonna notice that. Right now it looks like a small window compared to a big
the
window.
car up until here is the same front.
Yeah.
It's the same front.
Same thing.
And then obviously the door changes because you gotta cut it here and then you cut it here, huh?
Yep.
But everything here is all
right there is
the
all
same.
Yeah, the sunroof, the whole roof from here, the doors in the same location from here to here. I just extended it from here.
And then this part here, what do you grab it from?
I use 2 doors.
But the 2 front doors or the front door and the back door?
2 front doors.
Oh shit.
I cut one in a certain place and I cut another one.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna give me a longer piece and I weld them 2 together. So that's how.
But the front ones.
The front ones, yeah.
So the back ones, you don't even use them at all.
The back one I just use it for the sheet.
You know what trips me out though is that from the bottom you gotta use this post, but you gotta use it in a separate place, huh?
Yeah. Well, if you look.
The middle one, huh?
Yeah, the middle, the pillar I moved it back.
Mm-hmm.
The pillar was almost a foot that I went back. So that's how much
So basically, what you're saying is that the back gets pushed forward and the front gets pushed back.
Yeah.
So it makes the.
Yeah, and that's the way it is on a 85 Fleetwood Brougham.
Mm-hmm.
6 inches different on the roof, and almost a.
Hey, so you did your homework on them.
Yeah, I sat there and measured them, what the difference was on that, the measurements. So the difference that was I did here.
Hey, do you think, all right, so if Cadillac was to watch, or somebody that works at Cadillac, what would you say to them?
Say that one more time.
If Cadillac or somebody that works at Cadillac that knows exactly what's going on right here, if they happen to watch this video right here, what would you say to them?
They should have did this back then so I didn't have to do this.
They missed an opportunity, huh?
Nah, because...
I mean, I know I would have bought one.
Yeah. I mean, like
they missed an opportunity.
People started low riding 4-doors because they stopped doing the 2-doors, So that's why they did that, I mean, the last 2-doors that they made, even in besides the Cadillac, was what, a 87 Monte Carlo, luxury sport Monte Carlo. Mm-hmm. That was the last 2-door rear-wheel drive, or 88.
Yeah.
That body style. Other than that, what 2-door rear-wheel drive did
after
they make
88,
after that? There's none. 90s. What is there people low riding in the 90s?
Yeah, everything was 4-doors.
Everything was 4-door, or it was front wheel drive. So people didn't want a front wheel drive. So,
Yeah. I know I did it. I know I don't. Yeah. I'll take a Lincoln, but I mean, because they're rear wheel drive.
Yeah, the rear wheel drive,
but it's still a 4-door.
I think the Lincoln 4-doors, if they would have made it a 2-door, I think there would have been a lot less 4-doors on the road, unless maybe your grandpa gave it to you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what you got. You get a Lowrider 4-door, but I think people would have chose a 2-door over a 4-door if you had to go buy one to, lowride.
So it was a bad decision on the design team that worked at that time.
Well,
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna post it.
It ain't that. What it is the designers from these major companies don't look at, let's build a car for lowriding.
No.
They look at a car that is gonna benefit, like people.
It's like if you see right now, they got rid of the Camaro.
Yeah.
Why? You know what I mean? I don't understand. Like,
well, they're trying to get rid of all these cars and make them electric cars, or it's just they're trying to make the world better. But at the end of the day, the world's gonna be what it's gonna be.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Low riding.
I mean, that's another conversation we could have, huh?
Yeah.
But I feel like this, like, to me, this is like as a spectator, like I was telling Rudy earlier, that it's like following this is like, to me, is like, what else can you think of? What else is in there that you could do? And just to be able to say, it's out and about, it's in the streets, it's, at a show, like, how did he do this? How did, like, investigate? And you know how we are, because I know you do that when you go and you see something that's like, what the, and I'm saying even like at SEMA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, your mind works that way. A lot of us, we see that too. Like, it catches your eye and you're like, man.
No, it does. I'll tell you like this. A lot of the stuff that I learned, I learned, when I was in jail, man. I used to watch all these shows about cars, West Coast Customs, Unique Whips, and I used to always watch that on the shows, and I just.
But not Pimp My Ride.
No, because I wasn't pimping nobody's ride. But it's like I try to learn off of stuff. How do they do this? How do they do that? And I have, I mean, I'm not the best at what I do. You know what I'm saying? I just is what I do, and.
Hey, but pick something and be good at it, huh? That's what I think.
Yeah,
pick something and be good at it.
I feel proud of myself in the fact that people like what I've done with these and what I've done with the new cars, and people are sending me work. I feel proud that people like what I do. I feel proud when people come up to me and, hey, it's an honor to meet you, or I've had people want to take pictures with me.
That's dope.
I've been doing the car thing for a long time, and I've been fortunate to be around a lot of good people and stuff. So, I mean, throughout my whole car thing, it's been good. Being able to get these big awards for major companies, and
mingle with a lot of and pick their brains and be able to, like, it's that energy that they give off too, huh? Just like you probably do to somebody else.
Well, what it is too. When I did time, I used to watch TV. I used to watch Will Castro from Unique Whips on TV. I used to always watch it and this and that, and to have him come to my shop and, we'll hang out. And then after that, he'll bring me on his show to work on a car with him on the show. It's kind of like I told Will Castro one day, I said, Will, I've met a lot of celebrities. I met a lot of them. But when I met him is when I got happy because I used to watch him on TV. Oh, yeah. He builds cars. That's what I do.
All right.
And to be sitting in the same Rolls Royce, because we were driving one of the Rolls Royces when I was in New York with him. And I told him, man, I met a lot of celebrities, but you're the one that I felt,
Yeah.
And some people, when I made posts with Will, it's like, no matter what you do, some people's going to hate whatever, but, it's like, I don't consider myself better than him because people have told me that. He's done a lot more than I have, but I felt proud to say, hey, Will Kevin came to my shop, Yeah, so that was.
So it's like this, you are an inspiration to some, but little do they know that people inspire you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like this. It's like a ripple effect, and then from what you've seen them and you've done, that you could share that with the people, the next generation of builders or people that are considering taking a crack at something like this.
To me, being around this whole thing and talking to people that see me on the street, not once have I ever felt better than anybody or act big-headed or not anything. Or when somebody asks me, hey, how much would you charge? I talk to everybody because at the end of the day, you don't know who's got money and who don't. You know what I'm saying? Who's serious and who's not.
Yeah.
But hey, I don't act better than people. I talk to everybody when they come talk to me, and that's a good thing about this whole thing is people like what I do.
So do you think that moving forward, we're gonna see a lot more of these from Topo? I'm gonna put you on record.
You know what? You'll see a few more. Not a lot more. You'll see a few more.
All right, guys. So hopefully I win the lotto. I'm gonna have Topo build me one of these for sure. It's gonna be. I'm gonna even call it the Topo edition.
Let's do it, man.
Right?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Topo, what are some of the hardest parts of doing this that you've encountered so far?
You know what? It ain't the hard part. It's just getting dirty, getting weld marks, burn marks, stuff like that. But as far as hard part, nothing hard about it. You know,
is
it's
it
just
fun?
getting to it. Work is what you make out of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna hate,
But is it fun for you?
You know what? It's work. It's not fun. It's work. And at the end of the day, the appreciation that you get from these cars makes it all worth it.
That's right. Are you the type of builder that when you see your car, somebody enjoying the car that you built, does it give you joy?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I see some of the cars I've done, a lot of them, and I feel happy to see them out there. But another thing too is like, for example, I'm gonna give you a good example. The first two-door Cadillac I did, I didn't get no trophy with it. But that doesn't mean nothing to me because you know why? The appreciation people have for what I did the year I took it to the first Super Show, people tripping out on, oh, look at this, it's not.
That was your trophy?
The car that got the trophy beat me by points because he had TVs in the headrest, TVs here and there, had his candy paint job. He had all that, but I had the attention.
That's right.
The appreciation. So that was my trophy. You know what I'm saying? I knew what it was, and you know everybody tripping out. And I'm not saying my car was better than that one, but people appreciate it a lot more. You know,
but part of you feels happy to see your cars out there and your builds, even the wide body ones, right? Like I think so because I see some celebrities drive them, and I know like I'm like, man, Topo put his hands on there, and I say, damn, dude, like that's like I wonder how he feels like to say, damn, you know, I made that for him.
Well, you know, there was that movie Need for Speed. You know, it was a silver Mustang. I went out to Detroit and I did a lot of them for the movie. And I was sitting in the living room one day watching the movie, and I'm sitting there like amazed, like, damn, I did that car. Yeah. And it wasn't just one. It was
a few.
It was a few. It was a few of the same car. And man, I was in Detroit working. I had all kinds of the Mustangs lined up, and people told me, "You ain't mad because they didn't give you credit?" Why am I mad?
Yeah.
My name was on the check. That's what we agreed on.
That's all that matters, huh?
You know? So yeah, I did all them cars and seen them on the big screen, and you know, and I did that car. I did the car with Will Castro out there, and when that came out on TV, hey man, I'm watching you on TV, so it's a good feeling.
Yeah,
you know,
I've
done a lot in life. You know what I'm saying? But you know, what comes with all this that I do with being around all these cars, expensive cars, you know, exotic cars. A lot of celebrities, a lot of what comes with that is hate.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the people that talk to me, believe me, I know you guys talk shit, but it don't bother me because at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, you're coming to me, I'm not coming to you, but it's been a lot of people that have talked to me. Hey, what's up? You my boy, this is that. Hey, you know Topo this, you know Topo that, fuck him, this. That's what you feel, that's what you feel. Yeah. But at the end of the day,
it don't mean it's real.
You coming to me, you know,
right.
But, you know, it's been a lot of people that, it ain't the work that I do, it ain't what I created, it's the fact that good people fuck with me.
Yeah.
But as far as anything bad they can say what they want. At the end of the day, we still here. I'm doing another Cadillac, and when I took the first pictures, blew them, you know, put them on Instagram, everybody was telling me, hey, how much you charge me to do and how much you charge me to do.
Now they want one,
Yeah, well, it's because I told everybody I'm not going to do one no more, you know, and here I come and this, that. There's another one back there that I'm going to be bringing out as well, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'll knock out a few
We're going to have to raffle one of them. I know. He said, let's do it. Yeah. I'm sure, hey, I know people will buy something, you know. Yeah. I know, shit, what is it? How much are the tickets? 200? Let me get one. Give me one on payments and But yeah, like honestly, that to me this is dope. I like it. I like that you let me come in here. You know, for me that, you know, I know you outside of, you know, this. Yeah. But shit, just the fact that I'm right here, you know, and hopefully, like I said, like we get to see it in, you know, in the streets or wherever it goes, and you know, I get to, you know, wave it off and right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Topo. Anything you want to say? Signing off.
Like
Stay
I
tuned.
Say, man, we thank God we woke up to another day. Keep it gangster because every day's a holiday.
That's right. All right, guys. So as you can see behind me, Topo's still going at it. So he's gonna be here for a while. You know, I guess he has a deadline to meet. So there you go. You guys see that? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Stay tuned, all right? Follow this build. We haven't picked a name for it. Hopefully by the time you see this, we will have a name for the car. And you know, we're moving along, and can't wait to see what else comes out of this shop right here. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe, share the video, all right?